Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back again to another installment of the After Dinner Mix with the Damaged Goods crew. I'm your host for this evening, Early Bird MC, and joining us on the couch is DJ A.N.D, Trap Lord. What's going on, player? Will you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hey, my name's Aaron, and I go by A.N.D. And I'll just tell you about A.N.D. A.N.D. is Aaron and Dwayne. That's my brother's name. We used to DJ together, and now he's handling the fort back in Goa. That's in India. And I'm handling things over here in Perth.
Sounds like a goer. I heard that was where like a lot of dance music came out of there. Like that was a really progressive place, and you know a lot of insane raves used to take place there back in the day, right? So, did you have a party there or partake in any of that? So, tell us a bit about that.
When I started DJing, I started off playing psytrance, and Goa is like the birthplace of psytrance, like Goa trance. So I started off playing psytrance, moved to techno, went to deep house, and now I play all of them, but not psytrance anymore. Deep house, tech house, techno, and mainly trap. Yeah.
You know, not much, just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Sounds like you got a finger in a few pies, but that's good. We like a diversified portfolio. So now, you mentioned a lot of different genres there, but we'll just narrow it down to a couple. And why don't you tell us what some of your biggest inspirations and influences have been as far as DJing goes?
Alright, so I've always looked up to artists like What's So Not, Louis the Child, Muramasa, more of like a funky trap sort of vibe, and I look at them as inspiration because they use really good like tones in their music, and it just inspires me, man.
Awesome, man. That's fantastic. There's some really, really good artists that I definitely appreciate that you're right there. So now, do you like to produce? Yeah. What kind of music do you produce?
I produce trap. I use Fruity Loops, and I use plugins like Silent, Serum, and stuff like that. I don't know, I just feel like I can play around with Serum a lot.
Nice, man. That's fantastic. Got straight in there with the technical aspects of that, you know, for all the tech heads out there and the producers that love to get down like that. You know what I mean? That's fantastic. So, and you've been playing out a little bit, you know, for a while now, doing events and stuff, running through with you and your brother, A.N.D. So, what was your first event like, and where did that go down? First event you played at?
To be honest, the first event I played at, there was no crowd at all, which helped me because I didn't know what I was doing. So I just felt like DJing one day, and I said, nah, I love downloading music and I want to share this music with the world. So I want to play, but I didn't know how to play. I just looked at YouTube tutorials, and that didn't really help much. So when I was actually at the event with the players, I didn't know how to go about doing what, but I just kind of played around with it. I screwed up big time though, but I learned from that. So, you know what I mean? But there was a good thing that was not a big gig, so there wasn't much people there, but then still.
Humble beginnings. That's it. Started from the bottom. Now we're here. Yeah. Were you nervous at your first gig, and do you still get nervous when you go to play?
Man, I was shit nervous, and I still get nervous. I mean, once I get my hands on the deck, the first 10 minutes, I'm just palms are sweaty. And everything's just like cold feet. But then once you get the hang of it, I mean, it just goes into flow. So just the first 10 minutes are crucial, and then I'm alright with it.
Once you catch the vibe, get in the zone, it's all G, right? So what are some of the techniques that you use to get in the zone and fight the nerves when you know you got a big show?
Just try to keep it calm, man. I mean, like Jules said, just smoke before the gig. It kind of relaxes your head, man. But then, yeah, that kind of gets me by.
What you smoking?
I smoke everything, man. But then, yeah, I smoke while playing as well. That helps me keep a cool head as well.
Same. Well, that's fantastic. There's some really, really solid tips for fighting your nerves out there, you know. Just drink and smoke, and you'll be fine. So, A.N.D. So your brother's in Goa right now. Is he performing, and what's he up to? And where can you find him online or something like that to follow his escapades?
Yeah, my brother plays in Goa. He plays more of electro and progressive house and a little bit of trap. And you can find us on Facebook on the A.N.Dmusic page and on the SoundCloud page as well, A.N.Dmusic. Yeah.
Nice, man. That's fantastic. So as far as your productions go, who have been some of your biggest influences that inspired you to start producing music?
I did a course in Lab 6 with Christian. It's Lude. So I really like the way he produces and all his ideas. So when he taught me, I don't know, I just got a lot of inspiration from him and just went on to work from there.
Fantastic, man. So, well, I think that just about covers most of the questions that we had on the pad and paper. So I think I'm just going to have to fire one off here for you. So I know we've all got one of these. Sometimes we don't like to mention it to our friends, but when you're at home and no one's listening, what is one of those songs that you put on that you don't like to talk about, like your musical guilty pleasure?
I wouldn't mind talking about it, but reggae, man. Yeah. Straight up reggae. Wow. Just calms me and it's just so chill. Yeah. So no Barbie girl and stuff like that, so don't worry.
Is that the kind of stuff you listen to while you're smoking before a show? Yeah, lose the vibe. Well, it's all about the vibe. It's all about catching the vibe and holding it down. So thank you very much for joining us on this week's installment of the After Dinner Mix with the artist profile, A.N.D. You can catch him on SoundCloud and Facebook, as well as the rest of the Damaged Goods Massive. And we're going to be coming to you live every week with some more fresh mix actions for you. And you're about to jump in the mix after this, right? So you can catch this in a minute. He's about to go up on the decks and get busy with it. So thank you very much for joining in again. Till next time. Peace.